Hello, Sam and Chelsea. This is Lisa. I thought the best way to do this and the easiest way to do this would be to just do a little movie and send it to you all so that you were kind of updated. I met with Mistel and Amindi earlier to talk with them about what's going on with the Colombia trip. So basically, what is happening is I only have 4 students signed up for the trip, and we just can't afford to take 4 students. The cost to you all would be uh, overwhelming, and uh, we would also lose a lot of money if we did that. And part of the reason for the cost of the trip is the administration fee, both on the Javeriana side and the Mason side, and so that's something we're thinking about for the long term. What we have kind of thought about though is going for a shorter time, and the project that we have and the partners that we have, we want to keep, and it's very important to us to keep that relationship. And so we are really thinking about what is the best way for us to be able to do this and maintain our partnership and our relationship with Javeriana University and the students there. My colleague Mary Rodriguez has been working very intensely with the students at Javeriana to prepare them, and we also have a student coordinator who was with us last year, who's also been working hard, so trying to figure out how to maintain those relationships, as well as that with the Pastoral Social. The project itself that we had intended to do was a project in 3 different pieces. The largest piece is training for conflict resolution skills for women who are going to be entering the workforce, particularly the services sector. So hotels, restaurants, working in houses, yeah, particularly in Jewish-owned restaurants, houses, and hotels. So that was a component of what we were trying to do was help give these women conflict resolution skills in the workplace. The other piece is conflict resolution skills at the domestic level. Many of these women they may be head of household, they may be the sole wage earner. They're working long hours, they have children who are, at home, they're trying to take care of families. And so they wanted us to give some skills also in dealing with kind of the interpersonal conflicts that happen in the household. The second part of the project was to try and develop an evaluation piece for this particular work skills program. The idea that Mehdi and I had was to create a participatory observation or participatory evaluation piece where the women themselves were creating the evaluation of their own program. The third piece was to do an assessment of the community of Sawacha itself and its readiness to have former combatants, victims, and other people who have been impacted by the violence, that may be possibly moving into the community as the possible peace accords go through. And they have asked us, to help them think about, is this community ready, and how do we get the community ready to embrace these individuals? So, given where it stands, I don't think we could do all of the projects, but Mehdi and I want to be able to maintain this relationship, and so we thought at a minimum, at least she and I would go and do at least a week of training. And what I thought was, perhaps, if you all were interested, and I know Amindi and Mistel were interested in doing this, is going just for a week to do this. Now, I know that there are credits that you may want to be earning, and so this would be, in a sense, this would be like doing an internship. So instead of paying the kind of fee that we would be paying for as it was previously set up, basically what you would be doing is paying for the internship credits, and that could be a little different for you if you're in state or out of state. And it can be for 3 credits or 6 credits. One component of that is financial aid might actually cover the internship credits. I know it's a little harder to get financial aid in the summer, and it's a little hard to get them to cover things. So the internship credits could be covered possibly by financial aid. If financial aid is not, is saying to you, look, we can't cover your summer credits, but we can cover your fall credits, what we could do is move those credits into the fall so that financial aid would cover it, but that you would do the work in the summer. So both Mindy and Mistel want to do this for 6 credits, and I pretty much believe that we can create a 6-credit internship for you that would have us getting ready before we leave. Obviously on the ground, we would be working quite a bit while we were in Soacha, and then possibly doing some work for Pastoral Social when we got back that, that could be sent to them. So that could create a 6-credit internship. So if we did it that way and you paid for the credits for the internship, the additional costs come out to be about $2,000 in addition to the tuition. And that pays for a week's worth of stay in the community of Soacha, so it's about $40 a night. But that includes 3 really good meals, sometimes 5 with the smaller meals, but we've worked on that. So about $280 for lodging, about $800, give or take, for airfare, depending on if we decide to do this. Approximately $150 or so for transportation, and I'm putting in about $100 or so as a guide fee particularly for the student coordinator, who's been helping us quite a bit. So just a little bit of money to help compensate them, because she would probably be along to also be translating and so on and so forth. And so it helps pay some of her costs as well. So that's roughly $2,000, give or take. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So in total, we go for about a week, and I think the time period that I have set up for us is, I think, the second week of June. Maybe approximately June 16th to June 22nd would be about when we would go. We would stay there for a week. You would pay, it would be like an internship, so you would have to be paying the credits for the internship, and then pay the travel fee. But like I said, if we needed to, particularly for financial aid, if we had to move you being registered for the internship into the fall, then we could do that as well to help ensure that financial aid would cover you. Okay, Medi and I are talking. She has to make some phone calls on the Pastoral Social side, and talk with her students and talk with Javeriana. This is also taking a week of her time. That may not be paid. So there's some pieces to be worked out. But this is a great opportunity, and in a sense, it would create a very small community of 4 or 5 of us going and working in a kind of an APT-like setting in a very intense project with some amazing people, and just a very unique setting that you certainly wouldn't get anywhere else. So if you have any questions, definitely email me over the weekend. Mitty and I are talking on Monday, and I will get back to you next week with any further updates or any changes and so on and so forth. I understand if this is not something that you want to do, and you want to make other arrangements for getting your integration credits, but I wanted to try and offer an opportunity similar to what we were doing, if this is what you wanted to do. Alrighty, hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you or talk to you next week. Okay, bye-bye.